Hey, what is up, guys? I'm Ben, and this is Kame Trick. Welcome back to the channel that bridges the gap between sim drifting and real-life drifting. And we've got a bonus stream for you this morning. It is your Christmas present from me. No, so basically what it is we've got a lot of people who check out the channel that are across the pond. I'm based in the USA here, but plenty of folks are not able to come and check out the stream because it's like 4 a.m. or something, the worst possible time. Not a whole lot I can do about that normally, but for this video, I'm off work for the holidays, and I wanted to make sure I did an early morning stream for you guys so that hopefully you can check it out. And we are visiting my buddy's server in the OTM crew that's on the mountain. They drift in Assetto and they shred hard. We are in the OTM Skids server running WDT Street and Wisepad DW at Mega Tamada. So, thank you guys for checking it out. Who we got on here today? 16 already, that is rad. Earthly Leader, hey, what's up? Good morning. Crazy Customs, hey, good to see you, dude. How's it going? Coffee Hype, welcome back. Always good to see you. Ghostly 4K, I thought he was standing on the road. That must have been one of my intro clips. The guys at my local area let me get super close to the track. Like, I usually am just like 4 feet away from the curb and the cars, but I know all the guys and I trust them in and out of car. Coffee Hype, man. Shame that I'm not only on my PC for this. Would love to join everybody. Sawi screams for sticker adaptation. I own Kame Trick stickers, and I'm gonna get the online store 2020. Yeah, I just need to get a few things set up for taxes because if I sell online, it is leaving a paper trail, and I have to pay taxes and all that mess. But it's way easier to order online, so I'm gonna have that for you. I'm just getting a few tax things in place, and like at the start of 2020, it'll be a new tax season. Ugh, boring stuff. But we'll get set up. Jake, what is up? Yeah, man, Santa time. Tofu at work as well. Yeah, work sucks. Sorry about that, but we're going to try and entertain you guys a little bit. Tanel, welcome to the stream. Good to see you. Hello from Estonia. That's rad. And Ghostly, hey, Kame, can you please show your controls? Like, do you have anything turned on that helps the car stability? I can do that. And King Disfunct, 2 a.m. in Straya. Hey, what is up, my peeps in Straya? Sorry that it's so late. I got a jam with the folks in Australia sometime. I got a few buddies out there. I know several of the guys with High Tech Drift All Stars. I think they're still calling it that. But good times. I'm gonna switch over to stream view here now that I am caught up, and we'll get to do some driving. I would see the potato. What is up? Welcome to the stream. I'm getting a G29 and a shifter tomorrow. Awesome, congrats. And I'm interested in Assetto drifting. Do I have any tips? Yeah, I can go through a few things. So in addition to just hanging out and chatting with you guys and trying to get some driving going on, I'm also going to probably talk through a couple random things about how to like get a little bit how to figure out drifting in sim, because I get a lot of video requests for that, and I will make like a proper edited video series on that. That's one of the things for 2020. But to get started, I might talk through a couple of those things here, and of course we can always do Q&A as we drive. Dream Z, hey, what is up, man? Good to see you. Drifting Theater, yo. Alright, so as far as controls, I basically have just the standard control setup. No stability control, no assist turned on. And then for my wheel, I'm running a Fanatec wheel, and I know that's like super expensive. I bought mine used because I'm a cheapskate. But one of the things that you're going to want to look at for sim wheels, if you can, is basically, and let me know if the audio is crap. This guy behind me is pretty loud, so if he's too loud, I can turn the car audio down. We'll get a look at the track real quick. But basically, one of the key things that you're going to need, as I go into the grass immediately, is cold tires, cold driver. This is WDT Street S13 Coupe. You're going to need a wheel that can self-steer quickly. At least it'll make it the easiest and most realistic. So you'll see, like, when I'm driving poorly for this poor guy behind me right now because I'm just woken up and I'm just not with it. But like when I come down the straight here, you'll probably see the wheel spin really fast. Well, that's not that fast. That was pretty quick. But the self-steer of the wheel has a big factor in how easy it is to drift. So if you don't have any gear yet, buying gear that can support that will go a long way to making you have a good sim drifting experience. It's not necessary, but it helps a lot. Belt drive wheels especially. My general recommendations are Fanatec CSL Elite, Thrustmaster 300 series wheels, or the Fanatec Club Sport wheel, which is what I'm driving on. That's kind of the gist. And then for those of you who don't have a wheel with fast self-steer, which I get it because that was me as well for a long time, but in that case you're going to have to get really disciplined about learning to throw the wheel with your hands at the start of transition. So what I mean by that is basically, if I'm going this way, this hand is, well, sorry, I don't think I can articulate that on a track. I think too slowly because I'm trying to drive and talk at the same time, and that is a learned skill. I'm still learning it. I'm gonna go up here just for a second to some shitty pit track just so I can like drive in the middle of the concrete and ignore all this crap and show you what I'm talking about. So we'll start a drift going to the left. Alright, so now we're in drift mode and we're going to the left. And when you, as I spin it, great. When you want to transition, if you're drifting to the left, you know, the wheel's going to go in the opposite direction. So this hand, you're going to take and throw the wheel. Actually, I think I did that backwards. Now this hand, you're going to take and throw the wheel. So like, you throw it to transition, and then this hand's going to throw it to transition. And with my wheel, it resists it so hard because it's got good force feedback. But if your wheel is kind of lazy or kind of slow because its force feedback is weaker, that action of literally in transition throwing the wheel will help it to make the transition without spinning. A big problem that you're going to run into if your wheel is a little slow on the self-steer is that it won't, the force feedback won't automatically steer it fast enough. It'll be kind of like, and that'll cause you to do this like slow spin out. But if you help by throwing the wheel to get it started, you'll probably have a better chance of not spinning. You can also breathe under the brake a little bit in the middle of the transition, which will also help with that. So watch my pedal cam. And when we transition right when the car is facing dead ahead, we can go. And that was actually pretty hard, but it slows down the speed that the car changes angle, so if you brake right here, it'll slow it down a little bit. You don't have to stomp on it like I just stomped on it. Let me do a proper one. Because I was trying to be very deliberate and show you what I'm doing, but normally it looks like this. Like, it's not that strong. But just that extra little bit, like there, it gripped the car up. So it helps a lot. Check what else I got. Tanel says it's 5 p.m. right on. Oh, Aunt Bessie's Chips. That's a rad screen name. Last day on my G920, switching it to the T300 RS. And that's one of the wheels I was talking about. You'll be really happy with the T300, I think. That belt drive is going to make a world of difference in terms of your counter steer. Artsy, yeah, you're all set. Glad to help. Have you got videos for what download links you need and stuff to join servers? Generally, I do try to put the links to that in my videos. Especially my edited videos. For the streams, I tend to bounce around a lot, so it's hard to end up putting the relevant info in. I don't for that, but this is Mega Tamada. As far as the track, car pack is WDT Street. I need to put that in the title of the video. And then DWY's Fab. And you can find the links to all that in my server, but it'll be a couple messages back, probably in the KT Announcements channel. This is WDT Street S13. TSA Hemi, hey, good morning, welcome to the stream. Tofu knows what's up, be prepared to throw your D29 and G27 for counter steering. That's pretty much true for all the Logitech wheels, because they're, for the most part, gear drive, and gear drives are just slower in terms of their rotation speed than a belt. I don't know why that is, but that's just how it works. Let's see, oh, Nako, what is up, dude? Welcome to the stream. I've tried real head motion. I need to I haven't had a chance to yet, but I need to resize and redo my overlay for the stream because I'm actually just recently on triple monitors. So I can see out both windows really well, but unfortunately you guys can't. I'm working on that. I've just been super busy. Drifting Theater, you absolutely need the Japanese car pack. I don't have any other packs besides vanilla Assetto Corsa, and everything works fine. These are all PC mods that let all these other cars work. Rap Garage, hey, what is up? Welcome to the stream. Thank you for checking it out. Just started Assetto Corsa with the TMX Pro on Xbox One, and it's really difficult to get a sense of when I'm transitioning until it's too late. That was me as well. I have real life drift experience, and it was the same problem. I was always a little bit late on my transitions. And basically it's just because you tend to use the G-force, if you're used to drifting in real life anyway, you use the G-forces to help you know when to do your timing for everything, and when you lose those, you kind of second guess yourself and you end up being late. For me it was just a matter of practice, and if I was late and I noticed I was late, I would just start a little sooner until I got too soon, and then, you know, you sort of dial it in until you don't totally suck, which, like, I'm still not very good in sim, but it's getting there. On Coffee Hype with the good advice. Flight stick for handbrake works very well. Yeah, now stock cars you do need to throw the wheel a little bit because their geometry doesn't self-steer so hot. But once you do a little bit of tuning and stuff, it's pretty good. Yeah, I do have a vid on how to get mods. I'm going to make a video series because it's a big program on Content Manager and how to get it set up. How to get the best video if you're not streaming. I think the best video would destroy my stream, like it would be laggy as fuck. But anyway, we'll get all that going. What's up, Flo? Welcome back to the stream. Yeah, glad to give some tips. All right, now we got to get some driving in. G920 is a fine wheel. You may have to throw it a little bit, but any wheel is better than nothing, and I think the 920 is not bad. It's not as good as one of the belt drive options, but I think you'll enjoy it. It's just so good to get to a wheel when you are used to controller and then you finally get a wheel. It's the best feeling. So I think that you will enjoy it. Martin, every time I drive Touge online in the opposite direction, the server kicks me. Yes, I know exactly what that is. So go into your Assetto Corsa folder, and hopefully you know what I'm talking about, but you can Google it if not. It's in Steam, so it's going to be like Steam, Common, Steam Apps, Assetto Corsa. In any case, you get into your Assetto Corsa root folder, go to your tracks folder, find the track that you're having this issue at, because this can happen at any track. And in that track folder, so in this case in the Ebisu Touge course track folder, there's a folder called AI. And you either need to rename that to anything that's not AI. AI1, you know, delete whatever, or you can actually delete that folder out. And that is what tells the system whether or not you can drive reverse, for example. So if you delete that, you won't get kicked. That tends to fix it anyway. Kebab, yo man, what is up? Welcome to the stream. Alright, we need to get some driving in. So let me get into that. Oh shit, I'm in the way of people. I actually haven't driven a whole lot yet, so I'm like cold, and I think I'm gonna probably not do so hot. God damn, that car's audio is so loud. I didn't think that was sustainable, but I wasn't sure. I thought, dang, is he gonna hold that? So that is HyperFox. We were just chatting in the OTN Discord before I came out tonight, or this morning. I'm so used to streaming at night, I just said tonight. Oh. It's kind of fun driving cars that don't just have infinite power at this track. The DTP cars, especially the R32 that I often drive on here, is just overpowered as can be. I'm actually having to like pay attention and work a little bit as we creep up on, I think, Joe. It's hard to read people's screen names while I'm driving. Up to third. Oh, that was too much. Damn. I actually don't have enough oomph. Oh man, the triples are sick, I gotta say. I really got to adjust it to, I killed way too much speed. Kind of screwed over my chase driver there. Oh, I wiped. Whew. It is way more intense having triple monitors and being able to see around the sides of me. If you got VR, you know what I'm talking about too. I get bad VR sickness, so I can't actually shred with those. But it's the same thing, like going from single monitor to being able to tell how close you actually are. I was always like being really cautious as I was edging up towards somebody because I wouldn't be able to see when they were transitioning, and I just have to guess based on how I would drive the track and how well I know them. But it is intense when you can get all up on somebody and then have to like time everything right. A lot busier too on the controls. Tofu says I'm going home, see you. Work is finished. Right on, man. Have a good evening. Safe travels as you head home. Yeah, Martin, glad to help. That should take care of your problem. I'm pretty certain that that is what it's going to be. Kebab says I got the CSW 2.5 last week and I'm struggling for settings. I can give you my settings anyway. So the main thing for me is like it's got strong force feedback, and coming from real life driving, I don't want it to feel like I'm driving a tractor where I'm like because the wheel's so strong. So personally, I turn the force feedback down a fair bit. And I know that you can adjust all that stuff like in-game in certain ways too, but for the most part I leave everything alone in-game and I just adjust it on the wheel or in the software if you don't have like, I don't know if you can see it actually. Yeah, you can. I've got the little buttons on the top so I can actually use these to control it. It has a little monitor. It's got a little LED display right here. So I basically run the full 900 degrees of rotation. Force feedback is, depending on the car, between 35 and 50 on this particular car, and the more that I tandem, the slightly more I'm turning it up. I'm running it around 45 or 50 at this point. Let's see, drift mode is off. It's at the 0 because it self-steers fast enough all by itself. SPR, which is one of the centering spring strengths, is at 120, and pretty much everything else is the default settings, which tends to be 100 for most of them. That's really about it. I just want a wheel that's a little bit light. It's fairly easy to steer so that when I'm mid-drift and I need to adjust, it's not like difficult to do. Kind of feels like a car with power steering. That's pretty much all that I do, and then I just send it. Hopefully that helps you out. I'm about to sneeze, I feel like. Have I been to Oz? I've not been to Oz yet, DreamZ. 1 second. Excuse me. That sneeze, though. No, I've not actually been to Australia yet. I have some friends from, well, they've all scattered for, I have some friends in college, and they've all graduated, so they're all over the place now. I suspect I still know some peeps in Sydney and Melbourne, and I never say it right, but the capital, maybe, with all the government stuff, it's like Cambridge or Cambria or something like that. I know a couple people out there as well. Yokata, hey, yeah, I'm trying to do a bonus morning stream for you guys, so thank you for coming and checking it out. I appreciate that. Okay, I'll best use Joe in game. Right on, I will look for you out there. I'll try to probably crash into you because I suck at driving. Sansurigo, can anybody help with the name or IP of this server? Yes, this is, I pulled it up so I could tell you guys. OTM Skids with 2 Ds. And then it says /WDTS WISEFabDW, and the track is Mega Tamada. Feel free to hop in and join us. We're going to be crashing my buddy OTM server. MWM Matt, I think as long as the wheel self-steers, lower force feedback is usually much nicer to drive. I agree. Do you believe in the devil or at Christmas? That's an interesting question. Man, there's good and evil in this world, but I mostly like to just do my best to contribute good things and not make it worse. we're gonna do some sliding. I really need my track map on, because I cannot see when people are coming very well. Oh, too much. So we are at Mega Tamada. Oh man, I messed that up badly. I usually drive DTP cars out here, and I'm just not used to the WDT Street Pack here. But this is a mostly second gear track, as you can see. A lot of the corners at the beginning are the same rough speed, so you can pretty much drive it by just modulating throttle. Here, I personally like to go up to third, but it can be difficult because you immediately have to get on the foot brake and go back down to second, and then second gear rounds us out until we get to the final turn. I run out of gearing a little bit right here, but I find that in this particular car, going up to third is difficult to get the power you need, so then we'll bring it around up to third on the transition, and then depending on how much speed we want to carry through there, we'll go back down to second again. And I cannot wait to adjust my stream to take advantage of the triple monitors a little bit more. I want to... Ooh, that was a light. Yep. I would like to adjust my cameras and maybe add a third camera as I keep parking it in front of these guys. Sorry, dudes. But I really like to adjust and get a third camera that's actually sort of an over-the-shoulder view, so you can see my shifting and my monitors a little bit, just to show some of the setup, I guess. Which I personally think would be kind of fun. I needed that little tap. Oh, damn it. I very frequently come off the throttle and come back in with a clutch kick, and that's still one of the places where it's just not realistic enough for me to be able to judge whether I'm giving it like a Superman clutch kick that's going to spin the car out like that, or if I'm actually doing about right. Oh man, content manager settings. I don't have it set up to stream that, but I really think all I've done is I've turned the gain down on the foot brake, and I need to adjust it better, but I felt like it was difficult to lock up the brakes, and I always want to be able to lock up the brakes. So that's the gist for me. Oh, map name, yes, Mega Tamada. I'm sorry, I probably can't articulate because I'm all like half asleep. What do I have to download if I want to play modded online? Ooh, boy. Chat, you guys could probably help him out, but I recommend getting Content Manager, and then it's just a matter of starting to find cars and starting to find tracks. Oh, Seth, I haven't adjusted my stream to show it to you guys yet because it would be like really tiny, but I just got triple monitors, so I can see heaps of stuff out the sides. Speaking of, I need to turn on my track map so I don't keep pulling out in front of people. There we go. Do I know Jimmy Broadbent? I do not. I would like to. I mean, I know his channel. I watch his content occasionally. I'd love to do some collab stuff or drive with Jimmy at some point. We could probably do a fun little collab if he was interested, where I could like give him tips on drifting, because I don't think he does a whole lot of it. I don't know that he really likes to, but you know, it'd be kind of fun. And then God knows I need tips on grip driving. Plus it's been a while since I've done really focused grip driving, especially in sim. I autocross the drift car every now and then, and I really try to get max time or best time and stuff like that. I don't slide it when I'm autocrossing, but we're sort of two sides of the driving coin in that regard. But yeah, I would love to do something with Jimmy at some point. I just haven't asked, and you know, we'll see. You never know. What was I? Just drive poorly again. That'll be the next thing I need to work on personally as a sim driver, is when I am off throttle entirely and I need to come back on throttle with a clutch kick. I very frequently misjudge the amount of force that I need to use on my clutch kick. And I either sort of not quite park the car, but I kill too much momentum, which makes it difficult for a good chase. Or I come back on throttle with way too much power. Yeah, like this turn, I got in the dirt. With this turn, especially that turn, I was very frequently finding that I would just park the car or spin the car right there, or basically, yeah, go like 90 degrees and then do a first gear burnout. Suck. So, got to work on that. We're all getting better as drivers. I don't do that IRL. It just, for some reason, that's one of the ways where like I still have not fully adapted to drifting in the vacuum that is sim without like a motion rig. Antonio says, I've been trying to play AC, but for some reason, even if I met the requirements for the game in PC, it just freezes. I'm not sure what that is about. What is the fastest car I've been in? I don't think I've been in any pro cars that I can recall. I've tandemed with Kevin Lawrence's Pro 2 car from a couple years back when Kevin was driving it. I don't know why I said his car. But probably like a 500 wheel Pro-Am car. Probably Fielding Shredder's car, actually, from Hyperdrive on Netflix. I've been friends with him for several years. Hey Flo, what's up? Sorry, I'm streaming. I'll be out in a second. But Fielding's car is pretty quick. His JZS14 at Texas Motor Speedway, where you know you're doing fourth gear, 110 mile an hour entries. That was pretty intense. It's a good time. So I have to download all the content depending on what the individual server requires. Absolutely. So you don't need all the mods ever, but if you're running on a server that uses like track 1 and car 2, then you need to have downloaded track 1 and car 2. If you then go to a server that uses track 5 and car 8, you need track 5 and car 8. That's basically how it works. Yeah, Jimmy did make an episode series trying to drift. I watched one of them, but it was before I had started streaming myself, so I've got to go back and watch them again. I'll see. Strifey, hey, what is up? Welcome to the stream. Anybody, if you can help Antonio, that would be awesome. I am not sure off the top of my head what that could be. DreamZ says the fastest car I've been in is a BMW M4. That sounds quick. I need to work on my knowledge of the beams. I do like their M series though. Oh man, I have done that one. Bonk. Alright, so we've got a little second. We'll talk about drifting in sim for beginners real quick, which is something I need to make a proper edited video on. So as far as actually breaking down a track, one of the things that you want to do first is don't try to learn the entire track at once. In my opinion, it's a lot easier to just pick a couple of corners. It won't be easy for me to demonstrate this because I got people that are wanting to tandem with me and know that I can link the entire track. But, like, for example, the first turn after a long straight where there's a lot of speed change, you're going from third gear down to second, is generally not the turn that you want to start trying to learn the track on. Because the more speed change there is, generally the more difficult the turn is to accomplish without coursing out or, you know, killing too much speed and parking the car, etc. So this is a good track because that was a proper backy. Most of the corners are about the same speed, with the exception of a few. So like, I'm just gonna escape. So if I was trying to learn this track, I wouldn't try the straight first. I would probably just grip through it and then start right here. And I would come in with something real easy, like an e-brake entry, and try to get around the one turn. And then once you get around the one turn, you can pick a second turn. And this turn I might use a clutch kick because I'm already going a little slower and it's tighter. And then I wouldn't sweat the straight just yet. And then kind of rinse and repeat. So you'd come around here, you brake in, and then try and link this turn. And then you're done. So get to the point where you can do the small turns that are all roughly the same speed that link together really well. And then of course how you specifically accomplish that is something else that that I can talk about. I thought I had company. I've got some family visiting, and I told them to text me if they need me, but you never know. Try to be a good host. I'm about to run out when I finish this stream and hang out with some of the fam. But, you know, you definitely want to start with that. We can then get into how to actually link turns. There's a couple of different ways to do it. And I mean, I'm sure you know what they are, but sometimes hearing somebody else explain it is helpful. So like, the way that I articulate it to people when I'm trying to teach them is that there are 3 phases to a drift. There's the initiation, the catch, and then either the exit or the transition. So initiation, everybody knows what that is. It's very self-explanatory. You have to throw it in enough that it goes sideways. Like if you throw it in too little and it grips up, then that's no good. If you throw it in too hard and it spins, that's no good. So like there's a sliding scale there. You figure out how much to throw it in. And then once you've got it, you know, 45 degrees or whatever the amount that you want to get sideways, then you have to catch it. So we can focus on catching the drift in just one turn. I'm going to go roughly the speed the turn actually is, e-brake in, wait, and then get on throttle. And now I've caught it. Now I could drift like this in that same direction for a long time if, you know, if that's what I wanted to do. And then on a turn like this, it's really long, which I just messed up. You can, once you've caught a drift, you can basically just hang out. I can show that easier over here, where we've got like a huge skid pad. So you can come in, initiate. So like that's the initiation phase, and you've got a series of time to catch the drift. And then once you do that, so we'll initiate, catch. Now, I'm not having to do a whole lot of steering or throttle modulation, and the car is stable in drift. And this is a thing that you have to learn, you know, just through practice basically, but it's harder for me in sim because I don't have, we're all going to get dizzy. It's harder for me in sim because I don't have G-forces to help me feel what the car's up to, but basically I'm looking at the track and comparing it to the car interior and like the A-pillar, and that's helping me determine, is the car picking up angle fast? Slowly, is it basically about the same? And then based upon that, and plus like a little bit of force feedback that I feel through the wheel, I can tell what I need to give it in order to make it stay in drift like that. So that's like the catch and the maintenance phase of the drift, and you pretty much adjust what you're doing until you need to end the drift or you need to transition. And so if you're going around and you need to, I should probably use an actual turn, end the drift, then it's a matter of letting off throttle and unwinding the steering at about the same time. Pretty much the less throttle you give, the more you can unwind the steering and the car will grip up. So I'll actually try to use the course for this. So we're coming around, and we want to end the drift, we'll just kind of come out of it. And really slow, the stakes are low. If you're going fast, it can be a little bit more difficult to do. But the challenge, not so much a risk in sim, is that the car might dart in the other direction if you do it wrong. So basically what I mean by that is if you leave your counter steer in and you just let off throttle, the car will whip in the other direction. And there are a lot of people that wipe out because it sends them into a wall that way when they're learning. So there's that. And then the last step really is the transition instead of exiting, where what I just did, I kept my counter steer in and I let it whip in the opposite direction. You do that intentionally on purpose to throw the car into your transition, and that's where we get into like figure eights. So you come around, you get stable and drift, and then when you're ready to transition, you can let off throttle and it will throw it in the opposite direction, which basically puts you back into the initiate phase, and then you have to catch that drift and maintain it, and you just rinse and repeat that, adjusting for a few different things until you've made it around the entire track. I'll hang out here for a second while I check chat. King Disfunk says, I got a G920, but it feels like a ton of effort to drift. Yeah, you're going to have to, of course, throw the wheel and help the wheel to self-steer. There are some folks who say that they can use, I forget the name of it, but some sort of a wheel, it's not quite a LUT, but some sort of a wheel check or a software that helps. I've had one person say that. I haven't really seen it yet, but I need to talk to him, because if there is a trick that will help self-steering for drifting, I totally want to make a video on it, because I mean, honestly, the most affordable options, there's the most people running them, and then as you get into more expensive stuff, there's less people running it anyway. So I want to help out the most people I can, and if there's a trick for that, then those folks need to see it. Dream Z, I'm gonna go, but everyone enjoy your night or day. Merry Christmas. Yeah, man, Merry Christmas and Happy Holidays to everybody watching. That is kind of the goal. Good discussion about wheels. Yeah, Wheel Check, that's the program. Thank you, Kebab. Wheel Check is the program that it's Dolce, who's on my streams occasionally. Dolce used, and it seems to help him out. So I haven't tried it, but I also don't have a Logitech wheel that I'm going to try to drift with. I do have a super old driving force, so I mean, maybe I don't really want to do the effort to like attach it to my sim rig, but maybe I'll single monitor drift, or try to, with my driving force at some point, just to be goofy. But I tell you what, I think it'll go poorly. I just have a feeling. Alright, time for some slides. Hopefully my little diatribe about sort of the phases of drifting and how I like to practice it will work for you guys. I mean, I still use that like track breakdown to this day, even in real life when I'm learning a track. You know, I'm not going to be throwing manjis down a straight that I've never drifted on if I don't know about the turn before it and the turn after it, and like have successfully drifted all of it. It's just a safe way to not bin your car. Oh, that was so bad. Understeer magic. Killed way too much speed there. Oh, I wanted to go through the tire wall because I had just messed that up anyway. Alright, nobody's coming. Kusanagi, Flo, and Hyperfox. Some of my OG folks that are often in stream. Let's see if we can't get caught up here. I see a lot of comments about real head motion, and I have tried it. I need to adjust my stream to make this evident, but I actually have gone to triple monitors recently to celebrate the channel hitting 5K, and so I can see a lot better than it looks like, but yeah, I need to adjust the stream so that you guys can see that as well. And just right now, if I just leave my current overlay and all my like chat settings, it will squash the image so much that there's like a ton of unused, ooh god, a ton of unused space. Sorry Hyperfox, that was my bad. I don't know if I have the skill as a driver to just like casually chat or read chat mid-tandem like I just tried to do. Oh, you're fine. You're fine, Gakanon. All good, man. I did play single monitor for a long time though, and it's hard, but it's not as hard, like, you just can't get as close as you want to, because it's just not safe, you know, you'll get blinded and wipe out into somebody. Driving in the morning is so weird. In theory, I'm like more alert and awake, but oh, on the grass, that's always a fun time. Hyperfox jumped out. Alright. So we'll catch up to Flo. I like following Flo. Nope. And we binned it. And then I spin it. Lovely. I'm not in the zone today, but that's alright. Happens. Chicken nuggets or chicken tenders, says the Canadian Banana. That is all sorts of food wizardry. Tenders for me. I'm a fan of all easily grabbed chicken pieces, but if I had to pick, I would say tenders. The essential life question. Hey, it's Duza, and someone else whose tag I can't read because it's just really weird to try to read names. JSI Rhythm. Shout out, what is up, Duza? everybody always throws me right there. I carry way more speed in there, and it makes me take a incorrect line, frankly. Oh boy. Is it neck option from Content Manager better? I mean, if you already have Content Manager, I think it's at least a lot simpler. Where can we find the DWY's Fab stuff? I know you can find it in the OTM Discord. I don't have a link for it. Actually, I know you can find it in my Discord. In the description of this video, there's a link to the Kame Trick Discord, an invite. You do have to copy and paste it. I don't think it's a hyperlink because it doesn't have HTTPS, maybe. I'm not sure. But if you paste that in, and then in my Discord server, go to the KT Announcements channel. There's a download link. We run that pack almost every week, and every week in the announcement section, we post what cars we're running, so you should find it within a couple of messages there. The only people that post it are me and the mods to tell folks like what we're running and where, and give out the links. I should check out the other tracks here. Yeah. Yeah, Flo. Let's go to Darapil. I've not done like on this map, but the one that's here. I can just lead us out to it. The Canyon map. Suisol, sim drifting, that's Japanese for chase run or follow drifting. What is up? How is it going? Eef. I just feel like I want to wipe out here. I think it's over here. It's actually been so long since I've gone. Oh, no, this is not where I wanted to go at all. I freaking forget how to get to Darapil. TSA Hemi, I've got nearly 4,000 hours on my TMTX with everything I heard before getting it. I definitely was not expecting it to last this long. It's always a treat when your stuff lasts a long time. Alright, so that was not what I was trying to do. I'm sure that Darapil is back here. I think I just psyched myself out. Yeah, it's to the left down here. It's been a minute since I've driven this map. Such a cool idea. I hope that at some point somebody builds a full Ebisu complex where you can drive around on all the crappy roads that connect the actual tracks. Because honestly, like, that is harrowing. There are a few places where you're just like, I hope nobody comes around the corner. You have to be a little bit more safe than you do on track. Let's see if these cars can even handle it. It's gonna take everything that these cars have got, I feel like. Oh, too much. I actually didn't get stuck. Like I said, I've only ever driven the quintessential DTP cars out here, and so I find that the DTP cars make kind of funky levels of grip. Like, I like them, but when you have a ton of practice driving a certain car on especially kind of a track like this where there's a couple high stakes turns and you could go straight up off the cliff, it's difficult to manage. We'll let the boys catch back up here. Oh, I messed that one up. Yeah, we don't have enough guts to make it up here so hot. Oh, nice. Alright, let me try not to just totally stuff it here. Nope, I still stuffed it. The amount that you have to slow down there just boggles my mind. Fear of death in real life would keep me from having any trouble completing that turn. If anything, I would stop short all the time. But because I'm in sim, I'm happy to send it literally until I'm dead. Poorly executed. Would a handbrake be super beneficial to me, or should I learn how to drift without it? Yes, and yes. A handbrake is super beneficial, and I think you should learn how to drift without it. For me personally, I'm not sure whether I would say you should literally learn how to drift from scratch without it. I'm actually too slow this time. Or if you should learn how to drift with it, and then after that learn how to drift without it. I mean, an e-brake is an essential tool. There's no doubt about it. So, really the question is, like, what's going to let you learn the basics of drifting the fastest? I would say, yeah, I'd say learn without it. You don't necessarily have to get to where you can link all of the tracks, or link this track, for example, but you at least want to get to where you can do like figure eights without it, and I would say get to where you can do drift playground without a handbrake, because that's very doable. All the turns at drift playground are almost all the same speed. It's just a flat second gear track, and really all that you have to do is oh gosh, all that you have to do is control your transition timing. That time I was actually pretty much in the right, but I was not wanting to punt flow off the edge of the cliff. That would be like a Darth Maul move. Hey, Star Wars. Has anybody seen the new Star Wars? No spoilers, but I have not seen it yet. I'm going to try to see it over the holidays here, like everyone probably, in America at least. But I'll tell you what I'm really stoked for is The Witcher on Netflix. Also no spoilers because I haven't had a chance to start it yet. I'm a big fan of the game. Haven't read any of the books. But I'm just a big fan of that series and that world, so I think that would be pretty freaking cool. Hey, there it is. That was finally a good job on that turn. I always have a hard time trying to figure out when I want to go from left foot brake or from e-brake to left foot brake and back. Full disclosure, I left foot brake in real life, but I only do it when it's quite safe, like a long turn, where I don't have to worry about having to switch. But again, that's kind of the whole benefit of sim driving. You really get to get after it and take risks that you probably wouldn't want to. In real life. Oh, and I just realized that I'm on triple monitor drifting with Flo, who's also on triple monitors. He helped me out with some setup considerations, and we both have like built our own desks for it and stuff, so that's pretty damn cool. Oh, there's actually a wall there. That's how we park in this freaking... That was fun. I'm gonna wait. I've not checked chat in a minute, and I don't want you guys to feel neglected. Oh, let's see. Got to do a little bit of scrolling up. So there's our handbrake. I'm actually running max boost on these cars. They're just not super. Oh, Duza, what is up? Yeah, no, it's all good. I really enjoy Mega Tamada. There's plenty of options in here too. Yeah, not relying on the e-brake is you need to know how to do as good as possible without it. And then when you add it into your bag of tricks, you will do really well. There are certain courses where it's just a close to essential tool, and then when you get into tandeming, I think it helps out a lot. But it's fun to know what you can do without it. Like to have the ability to drive your best without it. And then you'll only use it when, I don't want to say when you should, but that's kind of where it is for me. I only use it when I really feel like I need to or when I should. See, texted Kame, I know what would be a good stream idea. Do GTA 5 minutes for a stream on Velocity Drift server. And good morning. Hey, good morning, dude. Grand Theft Auto 5. I haven't really checked out drifting in Grand Theft Auto, but I'm sure that the physics are terrible. It would be interesting to do, though. I don't mind doing some casual gamer or like casual arcade racer style driving at some point. That'd be interesting. Here comes another sneeze. Ugh. It is my hope that that mutes the mic. If not, I'm sorry for your ears right now. Let's see. New Star Wars is alright. Really cool to have a new Star Wars regardless, as long as I don't butcher it. Yeah, true. Witcher, oh my god, I cannot wait to see Witcher. Dirty Skids, Jack, and probably everybody else who's watching at this point, we are on OTM Skids /WDTS WiseFabDW at Mega Tamada. We're using the WDT Street Pack and the DW WiseFab Pack. TSA Hemi, Merry Christmas. Right on, Merry Christmas to everybody. Thank you for coming and checking out the stream. Canadian Banana, it won't let me join. It keeps saying race canceled. You might check and see if you have the JDM pack. I know that some of the mods on here require the Kunos official AE86, and if you don't have it, you do get the race canceled error. Beyond that, I'm not really sure what it could be. Matt, thank you for telling everybody and everybody in chat. Periodically, just drop the track and cars and server name because folks are asking all the time, and I'm not always going to see it. Need for Speed Pro Streets. Yeah, I mean, I'm sure it's not great, but I think it would be fun to do. I kind of want to play Need for Speed Heat, but my buddy who's got it says it's not realistic. And one of the things I have to think about, and you guys can tell me, is like, okay, so a game is not realistic. Like, who cares? Nice. Do we want to see me drive on games that are not like full-on sims? You know, like Forza Horizon 4. Like, I know those physics are not going to be quite as good, but it's a beautiful game. It's a fun game. I'm down. So, like, you know, would you guys watch that? Basically, I'll play it off stream, but if you all want to watch that on stream, then hell yeah, I'll totally stream it too. So let me know. I don't own it yet, but I'm going to look at picking it up. There's probably going to be a Christmas sale or something. Oliver Walls, what is up? Welcome back to the stream. Oh, okay. 5M is a role-playing server for drifting on Grand Theft Auto. That's pretty cool, actually. Oh, you have to play 5M, not GTA. I'll have to Google that. I'll have to just to see a little bit more about it. John Labonte, right on, dude. Good to see you. Simovator, thank you. Am I streaming on Twitch? I am not presently streaming on Twitch, and we are about to get back on track now that I've caught up on all the comments. So I'm not streaming on Twitch, and the reason for that, a couple of things. Like I'm still building my YouTube audience, and I mean I guess you'll always be building an audience on your original platform. But that's going really well, and the only reason that I would probably stream on Twitch right now is if I was doing a Restream.io type thing, where I'd be able to just have one stream go out to multiple services. I'm pretty sure that I could get Twitch affiliate and quite possibly partner really fast because of the number of folks that watch here. And I would love to have the support of folks subscribing on Twitch once I unlock the ability to do that. But I'm kind of torn about it because Twitch has a very aggressive exclusivity policy with any content that you produce on there. As well as, like, they have a likeness policy, which basically means your face and your content. And essentially, this is super boring, so I'll keep it quick. But essentially what it is if you become partner, I think it's in the partner contract, they have the ability to use your footage and basically anything that you put up on any of their advertising for free with no compensation. And typically you get paid if somebody, like, you know, if someone were to put your face on a Wheaties box or, you know, use it to advertise a shoe, like, generally those people get paid for that, and the Twitch contract essentially takes that from you for free forever. Like, anything you make on their server, look at all the evidence of me crashing right here. That's so funny. Then, you know, they don't compensate you for that. And granted, if you're not a big famous streamer, then, like, yeah, who cares? But that's not ethical. So I'm not really a fan of that. And then also the exclusivity contract, or that part of the contract, which basically says I can only stream on Twitch, and anything that I stream or put up on Twitch can't be put on any other platform for, I think it's 24 hours. So, like, I'm sort of torn about it. Honestly, if I go to Twitch, what I'd probably do is not apply to be an affiliate or a partner, and just stream on both YouTube and Twitch and ask people maybe through a Patreon if they were like, if you would have subscribed to me, just subscribe to my $5 a month Patreon and we'll cut Twitch out of it. And then I'm not dealing with any of those contract things that are weird that I'm just not really stoked on it. So, I don't know. I'm torn, but that's kind of my thoughts as of this moment. I like to watch Twitch, and I totally want to collab with some guys who drive on Twitch. But I'm not really sure. Oh, that would be Walt. Bobsled time. I'm not really sure about what the best way to deal with the affiliate and partner contracts is, because I'm not, like, sure, I want to be able to do that, and I'd love for people to be able to support the channel, but at the same time, I'm just not in love with some of those policies that they have. But I want to be clear, I'm not talking shit on like Twitch streamers or anything like that. It's just that I feel like the actual platform has a few areas where it could be improved. You know, one of the biggest problems with Twitch is that it doesn't have a very good discoverability feature. So like YouTube, there are like 75 or 80% of my views come from people who are not subscribers to my channel, at least when they started, when they first checked it out. And that's because YouTube, being a search engine, has a really good discoverability tool. So people find your content, people find your channel, and it has an opportunity to grow. Twitch doesn't really have that. If you're already big, then you'll be at the top and people are more likely to see you. But otherwise, you kind of need a way to pull people into your channel from outside of Twitch. Like a YouTube channel, like a Twitter, like an Instagram, you know, stuff like that. And so, like, I do have that because I'm doing YouTube. I'm just totally out of gearing for this section of the track. I never went up to third. But between the contracts and the discoverability thing, there's just a few areas for improvement that I'd love to see Twitch change a little bit. But I might join on there at some point. I have a Twitch page, I just don't stream to it. And tell me what you think too about, like, oops, that was too much. What if I did stream to both YouTube and Twitch, and then I, instead of enabling subscriber support on Twitch, because I'm not about their contract, and they're not going to negotiate with me because I'm just a small guy, but, you know, if I had a, what is it? If I had a Patreon or something where you could essentially support the channel that way. Like, that's something I might do eventually. Always way too much. I hear cars. Oh, my gas light is on. I need to go ahead and fill that up. If I just go to pits, does it fill it up? It does. Sorry. Man, if you had a motion rig, this map would be miserable in a few spots. Like right there, you would just get ejecto seat, cuz. Alright, I'll catch up on chat. Oh dang, I can't see anything because of where I put the chat windows. Hey, what is up, Noah? So I'm actually showing how to get to, coincidentally, how to get to Darraphill right now. Thailand, yeah, I'm down. That's it. Just, hop in here. Correct physics can be weird, but on a wheel, if you drive within limits, it makes sense. Real driving skills and techniques work, it's just exaggerated. Yeah. Yeah, I'd agree with that. Dominic JDM, what is up, dude? Welcome to the stream. Thank you for checking it out. Matt, I'm with you, dude. Forza isn't the most realistic, but people kind of overstate the lack of realism. Definitely on the chill and fun side, and like that's me. Like I've done competitive drifting before, not like, you know, pro stuff, obviously, and I've driven with Pro-Am guys and I've kept up with them just fine, but I'm really like a Matsuri style, like a party event drifter, where, you know, everybody is driving really hard and we've got good tuned cars, but ultimately what you're looking at is I'm not trying to beat this other driver. I'm trying to drive with them, not against them. And that way, you know, like nobody plays any games. Everybody tries to be as easy to follow as possible, to put on the most rad show and have the most fun. That is like the spirit of drifting for me personally. So Forza, like the Horizon series, is really appealing to me because it's a party style event and you don't have to take it so serious, and like I think that's pretty cool. So that's kind of where that's at for me. Sim Invader says I love Forza Horizon 4, just a different experience than Assetto. Yeah, and Tylen, yes, I'm on Mega Tamada. It is OTM skids. No, Twitch is fine. I mean, it's weird. Like from a business standpoint, anybody who's trying to be the most successful for their business would do it that way. It's just not that great. So it's recently gotten to the point where some of the big streamers on Twitch have been able to negotiate different contracts than like the standard partner contract. But when you achieve partner status, you don't have any negotiating power because you're so tiny at that point. And it's baked into that contract. You can't say like, oh, I don't want this, I want to negotiate with you. They're going to say, you have 1,000 followers or whatever, we don't care. So you have to get big in order to get to where, I mean, really, unless you're big, people wouldn't care about using you for, you know, advertising and whatnot. But still, I just feel like that should not be in the contract. If they want to use your likeness, they should contract you at that point and pay you. Just my 2 cents. And I'm not like a money grubbing, like, I'm not super rich, I'm not super crazy about money, it's just, I'm also not dumb about money, and I feel like giving away something that is typically paid for in other realms is just not something that you should do. I wouldn't want to. But I like Twitch. My buddy streams on Mixer, Kyle says, started 3 months ago and has like 1,200 subs already. That's cool. Yeah, I might hit up Mixer. No, we're on OTM Skids. On Twitch, if people are watching their favorite streamer, they won't bother looking for other streamers. Truth. It's okay, but please always stream on YouTube. I certainly will. In a nutshell, I might get to one of those streaming services. I might try a streaming service where you stream across multiple platforms. I don't know if that would actually be all that good, because then like I'd be responding to chat comments that you guys don't necessarily see if they came from Twitch, or that Twitch wouldn't see if they came from Mixer. But I mean, that makes the most sense because then more people can see you and you can grow your channel or your brand, which is what I'm working on. And so, like, that's good, but that's another thing that's technically not allowed on Twitch. I think once you become partner for sure and possibly affiliate. So another reason why, like, if I stream on Twitch, I don't know that I'm ever going to apply to be an affiliate or partner. At least until that changes. Plant says, can you win a drift race? You can. That's probably not what you asked. I can, and I have. I'm in my local area. I actually was the 2017 series champion for real life drifting in my area, and there's people that are better than me, but like I do pretty well. I just I'm not into the whole comps thing a whole lot for the reasons I just mentioned. I've never driven this car, so don't rage on me. Hey, no worries, dude. Do you have the same Assetto name as you do YouTube screen name? Let me know, so that I know who you are on track. Best try to drifting when you tandem somebody and they do cool tricks out of the drifts and it makes you feel happy in drifting. For sure. Yeah. Okay, I can play. I cannot sing in Espanol. Sorry. Alright, let's go. I'm going to wait for a chase driver that I have here, who may well be in stream. Duza, thank you for letting everybody know where we're at. So this is a fun canyon track. A lot of you are probably familiar with it. For me, most of it is second gear. So down to second we go as we swing around this hairpin. And then it's going to be throttle maintenance to get around the rest of the track. Rolling into throttle at the right time to not go quite into the concrete barrier. I should have driven off of it farther before I transitioned there, but we made it work. Super funky lines. I'm just feeling it out. in DTP Pack, I can actually link this because those cars make power, but it's not really an option with the OTM cars. And I love, or sorry, the WDT street cars, which I really dig them, but they're just a little underpowered for this track. So we're back down to second gear, up to third in the transition, keeping the throttle pegged as we come around here, and then we start to get onto the foot brake, down to second, e-brake and wait, then pop off with a clutch kick to make it around this tight section. Right now I'm not doing a great job for my chase driver, making myself kind of hard to follow, which is not how I usually drive, but I'm just off a little bit on my timing for everything. So I'm trying to fix that. Go. Thailand says, where can I find the WiseFab cars? They're posted in the KT announcements channel within my Discord. You should be able to find them within a couple of messages because we run them most of the time. Yeah, that was my fault. I killed way too much speed. I should have gone down to second early, and I didn't. And now I'm not in third, so we'll just bail on that and worry about reading chat. This is not a map that I feel very comfortable reading chat on, even though it's like a very wide track. Usually there's no winning in grassroots type events. Yeah, it just depends. A lot of grassroots events, we just drive and have a good time and there's not even a comp. But there are plenty of times where we do a competition. But it can be kind of weird, like you'll have guys in a stock SR20 going up against V8 cars, so this time we're going to remember to go down to second in time. There we go. Up the hill, up to third. A lot of patience as we approach that first hairpin. There's just so much speed to kill off, even in the WDT street cars, which actually brake decently. And I feel like the DTP cars just don't slow down that much when you hit the brakes. Now I'm actually driving halfway decent. Probably just jinxed myself, we'll see. Trying to go for a little dirt drop action to make this car get up the damn hill. Back down to second, touch of e-brake to stabilize the car. Back up to third, breathing off throttle only a little bit, and then already heavy onto the foot brake. E-brake down to second, and around we go, back down the roller coaster again. Yeah, that feels pretty good. I'm in the sand. That's no good. Just gonna let the homies go on by. That was an acceptable lead. Hopefully I can get caught back up. I should have an opportunity here. Hey, there's Noah. What's up, Noah? Oh boy, let's see what happens. Following somebody who's probably just jumping in is always a good time. I know I'm kind of terrible to follow my first couple of laps. Pop the lights on. Oh, I'm sorry, dude. So we'll jump in behind Duza. If you haven't already heard it, for everybody watching, happy holidays, Merry Christmas, every denominational and non-denominational season's greetings to you. Glad to finally be able to stream for everybody on the other side of the pond for me here in the USA that would like to watch and watches the videos after the fact but doesn't get to see the live streams because it's like 4 a.m. or something just totally crazy. Good. Glad to have the opportunity to stream with you today. Oh, there's a... We're dead, bro. Can you reindeer drift as well? I am in a red car. If I'm at the start of the train, just call me Rudolph. Oh god, I wasn't ready. Just like in drifting, you have to practice to get good at something. Oh my. So my hope is that with enough practice I can learn to read chat while also tandeming. I can read chat and solo drift pretty well, but... Alright, let's see if we can't get in there. Punted. Oh man, snap. Toby Drifta, what is up, dude? Welcome to the stream. What are the necessary mods on my Discord? Typically we run the DW Wisefab and WDT Street Packs, which is what's on this server here. And then we do post the every Friday at 9 p.m. Central Time. We are live and doing sort of a little Matsuri, and we announce the track in advance, usually that morning, so like 12-18 hours beforehand, and we put links up in there as well. It's in the KT announcements channel. The invite to join that server, if you're not already in it, is in the description of this video. Generally, you're going to need Content Manager as well. I think some of the tracks like Ebisu Touge Course might require Custom Shaders Patch, which is in Content Manager, to be added. Jacob, hey dude, what is it going? I'm loving the triple monitors. They're awesome. It's good to see you, man. How have you been? Happy holidays. Topher, learn how to drift. Ebisu Manami, I posted the clip for Twitter, and none of my car friends said anything. That's not cool. Did you post that in our Discord? I might have missed it. But you know, doing car stuff on social is a tough thing. You just have to like keep at it, and eventually. Of course, if it's your car friends, you'd expect them to say something maybe, but you can get through it. It just takes some time. Noah says, I gotta head out for about an hour. Do you think I'll have time to hop back in? I mean, the server will be up, but I will probably be running for another half hour. That's about all that I've got, because I got family visiting. It's the morning for me. Best force feedback settings for a G920 wheel. I am not sure, my friend. I haven't used a G920 or a Logitech wheel outside of a Driving Force Pro. It's been a long time. But somebody in chat can probably help you, because we have a good number of folks who are rocking the Logitech products. I'm just going to grip up on Duza and try to join him for the hairpin. Oh god. Okay, distracted driving. Use the BDC force feedback. Okay, that's something to try. Now just the Twitter, right on. Oh man, we just did a barrel roll. Every time I can make a Top Gun reference, which that's actually a Star Fox reference, but anytime I can make a Top Gun reference, like I recently did on my Twitter, at the Kame Trick, I think, I will certainly try to. And there's the thing, for those of you guys who are on various social medias, I pretty much try to post once a day, Monday through Friday-ish, on everything that I'm on. So that's Instagram, that'll push to Facebook if that's where you prefer to consume content. I'm on TikTok now, I'm on Twitter. I have like 2 followers on Twitter. Not really into Twitter a whole lot. And Firework TV app, if you are into any of those. Just look up Kame Trick. I am basically the only person that is using that name on any social, really. And I have my same little mint, it's mint, bro, colored logo. So you can find me and follow content there. You'll get to see clips from real life drifting, some of the different clips that are on my stream starting soon screen, as well as new stuff that comes out as I drive, and sim content as well. I'll do cuts from the streams periodically and post those up. That's a new thing I've started doing, but I wanted to add a little bit more content, a little bit more discoverability this year, and that's one of the ways I was deciding to go about it. I'm not drifting because I'm trying to figure out whether I want to wait for a train or whether I want to try to catch up to one. There's some guys that are a little bit far away. Oh, fuck it. Let's see what happens. Maybe I can just catch up to them like this. Oh god. Nope. Alright, that was scary. I'm glad I didn't have on VR for that one. I forget that you straight up clip through the tracks here if you hit them with a lot of velocity. Which makes sense, because the car would have been turned into a beer can. But, I thought I was judging that to where I would drop in behind them, and not in front of them. So, I guess that answers that question. We'll wait for a train, because that's what will happen while I'm getting myself back over there. Clutch Gang I haven't tried yet. That is something I need to try. Alright. Let's see where my peeps at. So we can just look down the hill. Here come a couple. They've got a few more turns to complete before they will be out. Just 1 second. 1 second, fellas. Here they come. Alright, we've got Duza and Flo. Heroic e-brake drag, but I sort of botched the controls there, which happens. Anybody who's new and is catching the stream, happy holidays, season's greetings, Merry Christmas, all that good jazz. I just wanted to do an early morning stream for all the folks across the pond for me in the USA that are typically not able to see the streams because it's like 4 a.m. and that sucks. So I wanted to try and do something that would fall in your all's time zone a little bit more with this bonus Christmas stream. Should have clutch kicked. Few good taps. Flow with the backy there. Nicely done. Oh, that was too much and got weird. Thank you for the sub, appreciate it. I don't know if my sub ticker always actually notifies, because I seem to get more subs than I hear that during during stream, but I appreciate that. Welcome, welcome. If you didn't already know, I'm a real-life drifter, and I sim drift as well. Not as well, but you know. We've got a nice Discord community linked in the description too. Basically, this channel is all about bridging that gap between sim drifting and real life drifting. So if you're into one and you want to get into the other, then we have got some good resources for you. A little wide. Watch that. We've got guys who drift IRL in our Discord, and we've got plenty of sim drifters with a lot of experience. So, getting beat up. We can, that was my fault, I was starting to spin, thanks guys. We can generally get you into, oh, Flo bailed, alright. Well, I was totally in his way, I'm sorry Flo, that was my fault. I forget that you always swing back really, really far right there, I just don't tend to drive it that way, and I was distracted. But we got guys who can get you started in real life drifting, or can at least answer beginner questions that are common, if that's what you're into, if you want to move from sim to IRL. And we've certainly got guys who can help you become more proficient and get set up in sim, because I know a lot of my real life drift buddies just aren't into computers normally, and so they have a hard time figuring out all of the details that they need to get into sim drifting. So that is something I want to address more in my future videos too. But I have not yet. There are different versions of the Tamada track, and sometimes, like if you see somebody just drive through a mountain, like intentionally, not because they were just messing up, it is definitely possible that you found an old version of the track. I don't happen to have a link handy. Can we dirt drop around? Nope, we just don't have the gearing. I just don't happen to have a link handy for it, I'm sorry. It's because I was hopping onto a friend's server this morning instead of using a Kame trick server. Experiencing difficulty with my force feedback. Things are just not working at the moment, and I'm not really sure why, but the car just doesn't feel right. What time is it on my side? It is 10:45, and I'm sure I missed some chat comments. I was glancing at them. It looked like many of them were about Logitech discussions and force feedback setup, and a little bit for Forza Horizon type stuff, maybe. So I don't have a whole lot to add about that anyway, so I'm going to gloss over some of those. Hopefully I didn't miss anything critical. Oh man, Duzino, that was sick. I don't have any problem with that. If it was my real car, I'd be pretty upset, but that was fun. Yeah, there we go. Let's try not to send it off the freaking cliff. Beautiful. Stayed attached to the earth. It's always one of the key pro tips for drifting. If you come unstuck, you're not going to have a whole lot of control over the car. Big thanks from Germany for this stream. I finally caught one. Yeah, dude. I'm glad that you were able to. That is exactly why I was doing this stream. Normally I would be stuck at work right now, but for the holidays I'm off. And so I wanted to give all you guys who are showing love from the UK an opportunity, and elsewhere too, an opportunity to partake in some of our jam sessions. Oh, this is not an easy track to link in this car. I should probably just give up on trying to link certain parts of it. But instead, we're just going to send it for all it's worth. It feels really good when you nail that section that just doesn't flow well in a lower powered car like this. We basically have to park it right there, and I took a really weird line by accident. Got a little nudge from the fam, keeping me on a better line. Well, that was just weird. But we can hang with it. I feel like the skills I'm picking up getting battered around by love taps are probably not. What's up, Doshi? How's it going, dude? I feel like those are probably not going to translate well into useful real-life drifting skills. I hope that they don't. I hope I don't get tapped so many times that I have to learn how to control the car as it's getting pushed around the track by my friends. So Doshi behind me is one of the guys that's rocking a Logitech setup right now, and he says that Wheelcheck has got his self-steer dialed. I don't know anything beyond the term Wheelcheck and the fact that he says it worked well for him. But we might have to make some content together about that. If it does actually help out, because I know there's a ton of people who would be really interested in seeing it. Clean it up here. Catch up on chat for a second. Yeah, it is Mega Tamada. Hopefully that helps. Canadian banana, man, it's all good. I've had better days, although I'm starting to get in the hang of it. Thailand says I can't find the files for the S13 in the Skyline. Man, I'm sorry about that. I'll try to DM you the link for them when I get off stream. Sekia Hills, yeah, I'm down. Is Content Manager worth it? A, you can get it for free, and B, you can get the full unlocked version for $1. It's absolutely worth it. If you're modding Assetto Corsa on PC, there's no reason not to use it. Matt says, I found it through a YouTube vid. Doesn't seem to be working on AC Drifting Pro. I might have linked it in my vid. I'm not sure. I did a review a while back on the DTP Skyline. Kalel Red K, how do you like the Kuno Super Drift version? It's okay. I don't really like any of the Kunos official drift cars as much as I like mod cars. But it's not bad. Yes, donating is to Content Manager. You can get it for even $1, and I need to donate again because I think I unlocked it when I was first getting into this for just $1, and it's brought so much enjoyment to this game that it's definitely, I'm going to send some more money their way. Definitely Wheelcheck is the way to go for Logitech, for sure. Rap Garage got around. Thanks for the great stream. Thanks for being so helpful. Hey man, I appreciate it. Thank you for watching. Have a good one. Happy holidays. There's a Thailand is looking for the S13 Skyline and 188SX. I assume the entire car folder. I'm not sure. All right, we'll go to Sekia Hills for a little bit, and that'll wrap it up. I've been streaming for about 1 hour and 40 minutes, and I'm going to go to about 2 hours. So we will try to do Sekia Hills here. See if we got everybody. Doshi might follow me. Where is Sekia Hills anyway? Is it over here? It is not. I think. Yeah. It's that track on the way to Dareville. It's just been a minute. I really enjoy Mega Tamada, especially the stock track. It's kind of boring, but it's a nice place to practice some tandems. Darab Hill, where we just were, the sort of canyon track, is a little bit challenging to tandem on, but when you get locked in on folks, it's a really fun place as well. I don't do Sekia Hills a whole lot, so I'm gonna have to follow some people because I'm really not familiar with the track. seriously need to use some better cars, no offense. Hey man, none taken. By better cars, do you mean pro cars? Or, like, do you want to see grassroots cars and you don't think that these cars are realistic? Or something. I'm just kind of curious where your head's at. Ooh, in terms of that. I know that there's kind of a mentality. Ooh, I feel like I'm about to fall into the hole. I got out. I feel like there's sometimes a mentality that like only the best cars are worth driving, and the best cars are always like pro type things. I don't really agree with that. I get way more laps than pro drivers get. So I like some pro cars, but I much prefer what I like to call pro grassroots. Cars that normal people could actually have a chance of owning in their lifetimes, and not cars that are like $100,000. Maybe I'm just a poor person, but that was pretty rowdy. And I don't even know if that's what you were saying, but I'm just curious. I'm just following the smoke trails because I don't actually know this track. Like up here, I have no idea where to go. I always just pick a random spot, so... yeah, I don't even know where those guys went. Did they go around here? I guess they went around here. I actually did used to know this track, but I haven't driven it in months. Accordingly, I am zero fun to follow because I know not what I am doing. Extremely underpowered and snappy. I mostly drive Japanese tracks. Man, follow me right in. Rat. That is a dedicated follow driver. I usually drive Japanese tracks, and I feel like they are pretty solid fits for that. So personally, they do everything that I want to do exactly the way I want to do it. But I guess if you were driving like fast road courses or like Horse Thief or something, then they might leave a bit to be desired. I can appreciate that. I think that these cars feel very realistic compared to my drift car, but that's just me. What's the download for this track? I only have the track, not that back section. I am not sure. I just have it, and I didn't look it up. I wasn't sure that this is where I was going to go. I just started streaming, so I mean, search Mega Tamada. I think it's on Race Department, and see if it's got the latest version. Urban Grit, Kame, yeah, thanks for giving me something to do while at work. Yeah, man. I'll be on. Swamp Gut, what is up? Welcome back to the stream. Good to see you again. Happy holidays. I will be on for another, and not very long, 10-15 minutes, and then I'll do my usual Q&A at the end if anybody has anything in particular they want to talk about. But I am fixing to be wrapped up. I've been streaming for close to 2 hours. Watch out for a white 180. He's a psychopath. You did just tag me, didn't you? Alright, let me see if I can get loose from here. Nah, you're good, bro. Alright, well that's not exactly a line that I'm going to follow. I feel like my gearing is just very slightly off for this track. I'm just using bone stock settings on this WDT car. And the stock settings don't have enough clutch kicks, obviously. But we're going to follow this guy down the hill. I guess you could go this way. I never go this way. Doshi juked me. I wasn't ready. My perpetual state is not ready. I don't know where Doshi's going, though. Where you going, bro? Heard that Noriaro got a wheel set up. It'd be cool to see some content from you guys together. I feel like it would take a lot, but if you want to... Chasing you, Dosh, where you going, bro? I have no idea where the hell you're going. Alright, fine, I'll leave. I get it, I get it. Are you coming? Not coming, alright. All good. Yeah, if you guys want to pester Noriaro and ask him if he wants to do content with me, I would be down. We can do it in English. Nihongo demo yatteiru. It's, まあ、それはちょっと間違っているんだけど、日本語でも、まあ、通用するんだから。We can do English, we can do Japanese. We can... Basically, it's going to result in I can crash into him in any car or language that he wants to be crashed into. That would be fine. So, I'd be down. I might hit him up. I'm always needing to do more collabs. A little dirt drop there, that was sweet. But then I came off the clutch too hard like I always do and messed it up. That was not sweet. Did it again, right after I said I was having trouble with that. Oh, Doshi, following people so you don't go off track. Yeah, I got you. I'll come back and scoop you up if you're still over in that vicinity and you can follow me. I'm getting the idea. This is a hard track though, like I don't really know it that well. Well, what's hard about it is that I don't know it. I don't understand how they came from there, unless they're running a different layout than they were earlier. Damn it. Yeah, it doesn't flow well that way. I don't think that's the way that you're supposed to go. What's up? Watch out for that red S13 coupe. That guy's a homicidal maniac. Alright, so let's see what happens if we go to the right here. This must be what everybody was doing earlier. And I assume that you manji into that. Maybe not. Oh, way too fast though. I still feel like that flows poorly, but I could have driven differently and it would probably flow better. Now we've got enough speed to get up into third, which makes that flow better. We'll just speed up the limiter here. Ooh, too much foot brake. Up to third. You gotta go in fairly tight on this because it is a tight turn. It looks like it won't be, but if you don't go in tight, down to second, you will fly off the outside of the track, which is what I typically do. Going up to third. Not for long, we just need a hair, just like 2 miles an hour more wheel speed than we actually have. And this is tight, so almost no speed coming into it, and then it's an increasing radius, so we pick up more speed as we go. That's going to let us link around to the outside. I'm going to go up to third here. A lot of foot brake, really just to get those couple of RPMs. It's not that I want to speed up that much, I just don't want to stall because I run out of wheel speed. Here, we are able to do it without having to worry about running out of wheel speed, but I clutch kicked too hard and had to park it rather than spin it all the way around. Back up to third to start. Oh, and if we go too wide, we fall off the edge of this cliff. So that's just a bad line on my part. It takes so little to overdo it right there. Travis, hey, what is up? Welcome back, man. Thank you again for the super chat last time. Caught the last half hour, very good. Yeah, we're fixing to call it here fairly soon. I'm gonna make a couple of more laps. Following Canadian Banana, Subdoshi. Alright, I'll lead, that's fine. So the evolving course strategy that I have for here is you're going to be in second in limiter, you'll go up to third on the transition. Really attack this guardrail because you're going to need to stay tight on this section, and then at some point when you have the opportunity, get down into second gear. I carried way too much speed through there. What's up, Duza? And you're going to go back around through here. E-brake drag to come in and start getting around that turn. Now I do want to follow Duza through here. I think it's just... okay, he's going down into that area, and that's letting him get around this turn a little bit better, because the first part always felt weird to me. It's going to be into third on the upshift here, and hope that it's enough to swing the car around. In my case, it really wasn't. Business as usual for the last part of the track. You do want to stay kind of tight on that turn, because this turn doesn't flow all that amazingly. Back up to the top, into third, swing way out wide. I stalled it so that you can get around Rowdy, the edge. Big e-brake drag to get into here. Try to follow Duza's line a little bit more and come in here. Ooh, man, I was on the lock stops through there. That was kind of crazy. Up to third. A lot of foot brake because I went too fast up to third. Damn. That's tough. Raylan Ironside, what is up, dude? Welcome to the stream. Shouldn't use too much foot brake in the first and last corner. I mean, the amount of foot brake that I'm going to use will be dependent on how much speed I enter with. If I overspeed into the turn, I'm going to have to be using some pretty strong foot brake. But it very well could be that I'm just carrying more speed in than is really manageable for the track. I don't have my lines figured out here yet, so I'm just kind of doing whatever as I figured out. But I'm sure that there are better ways to drive it than the ways that I'm using. Should have done an e-brake drag there because I couldn't extend the car out. By the time I decided, it was already too late. Trying to talk through my course strategy and I keep stuffing it every time. I'll do a nice manji down straight up to third. I'm trying to come out wide enough that my line through here is actually about right. It wasn't terrible. Way too much speed. I'm not really a fan of the line that Duza took the one time that I happened to follow him through there. That might have been a fluke, but I'm just not liking the flow that that has. So we'll do it my way this time. Up the hill, up to third. Pick up our vision so that we see where we need to be. Thank you for the sub, I appreciate it. Using all of the track. Alright, my way is to just not carry as much speed in the first place. And then roll out around the outside. I do like to carry a lot of speed into this turn now. A little late on the clutch kick there. And up the hill we go. Back up to third. Staying tight so they don't fly off the edge. Oh! So we fly off the edge anyway. Raylan, thank you for the sub, dude. I appreciate it. I'm trying not to drive totally terribly for you guys, I promise. We're getting towards the end of the stream though, so pretty soon I will be packing it up. Mr. Sporty Trucker, what is up, dude? Evening, just set up my Fanatec V3 inverted pedals. They are awesome going from the G29. Yeah, man. I believe it. That sounds awesome. I have the regular V3 pedals that are not inverted, and I'm pretty happy with them. The inverteds look super cool. I actually bought all my kit used, and it's allowed me to save a few dollars. Otherwise, if I had been spending brand new Fanatec money, I absolutely would have considered the inverted pedals. Thank you for checking out the stream. This is my channel, Kame Trick. We do a mix of sim drifting and real life drifting here on the channel. I've got playlists for both. I've been drifting in real life for well over 10 years. And thanks, you guys. We're blowing it up now. And I just try to show people the fun of drifting. I always have, and I decided, you know, in addition to giving folks rides at drift events and getting new people into the sport, like the real life sport, that I wanted to start making videos about it to help get more people into the sport all over the place. And kind of as that grew, I got into sim drifting and realized sim is a great way to introduce more people to the motorsport that I love. So, here we are. Someone ate all my sour Skittles. Savages. The Skittles Ninja, he got you, bro. Oh. That's weird. Ah! I'm out of gas! Oh no! Well, I guess that's as good of a time to end it as any. Anybody got any final comments, thoughts, questions, etc.? Let me know. We'll switch over to my video background where you can see some of the real life So, real life drifting I do. That red car in front is me. That's the car I've been drifting for a long time. The car behind me is Brandon Wicknick. He is a ex-FD driver. This was at Sandia in New Mexico. It's one of my favorite tracks to slide on. Let me pull this over here so that it actually looks like I'm somewhat paying attention. There we go. Daryl, what's up, man? All this Fanatec talk has me looking forward to finally getting a nice set of pedals. Absolutely. It's really nice gear. Of course, the first piece of the puzzle is getting a wheel with good self-steer, and then after you've got that all set, it's really nice to have a solid pedal kit that's going to, you know, just, it feels right. It really feels right. The brake pedal helps you with being able to give like the load cell brake pedals. I picked up a little bit of an accent, them load cell brake pedals. So the load cell brake pedal makes it really nice to balance the proper amount of braking, and it feels really good. Where am I located? I'm in DFW. Might have seen you at Lone Star events. I do come out to Lone Star events periodically. Most of the time I am I'm filming and just hanging out with folks. I haven't driven a Lone Star event. I wanted to, but just didn't have the ability. This past year I got a truck. I didn't have a trailer, and a few things came up, like I have a daughter now, so that got in the nicest way. It got in the way a little bit for my summer drifting plans. So I had to skip a few events that I was originally going to go to. But I do go out to Mineral Wells, RIP, and Texas Motor Speedway events, and I'd like to make it down to the Houston Police Academy at some point for that training course, that road course they've got down there. That's like the tracks we have here in Oklahoma, which is where I'm located, to answer your question. Excuse me. So yeah, now that Mineral Wells events are over for Lone Star, then if you, well, it's a bit of a haul, but if you want to make it out to an Oklahoma event, we do have a couple of pretty nice road courses up here that are kind of smallish, and yeah, they're nice. Canadian Banana, watching you is like someone magically killing a unicorn. Gorgeous. Thank you. Appreciate it, dude. HK says drone runs are awesome. Yes, they are. This was fun to film. I was literally that close to those guys, but those are some of my best friends out here. Love all those dudes. Terrell, Streamlabs link isn't working. Was going to drop a nice 25 for Christmas. Snap. Oh, I really appreciate the thought. That's a bummer for it not working, but I really appreciate the thought, dude. Nah, get yourself something nice. Put it towards some new sim hardware for yourself. It's all good. Or wait until, I mean, I guess if you want to PayPal me, kametrick@gmail.com. But if you want to wait until sometime in 2020, hopefully February, I'll say, was my goal. I'll be putting up the online store once I get some tax stuff sorted, and selling some stickers and various merch that I'm going to be working on. That way folks have a way to support the stream that's also going to give them something cool to rep. MWM Matt, this is my first time in a KT session and I loved it, man. I'm pretty new to Assetto, but I try to get some good slides. Yeah, hop in if you can. I know that my usual 9 p.m. Central is not the best for everybody, and there's not a whole lot that anybody can really do about that, you know. It's just, we're all kind of in where we're in, but glad that you're able to join in. Dolce says, the truth, just bring the daughter to the event, #DriftDad. I will. When she's big enough that like the little headphones to keep her from going deaf are going to fit her because they're still too small, I will totally do that. 100%. And Lim says, would love merch. Absolutely. Yeah, I'm working on it. I've got stickers. Duke 01 Hazard, what is up? Yeah, man, welcome back to the stream. You've caught the very tail end of it this time. I missed my FDRTR Mustang. That would be a rad car. Let me show you guys the stickers I've got. Give me 1 second. 1 second. Alright, here we go. I love how you didn't mount your e-brake vertical, keeping it street. Hell yeah, man. I totally do. I'll show you my setup here in a second. And we'll hop off. Alright, so old school stickers. We've got Kame trick, and then in Japanese, Kokusai Drifto Nakama. So this means international, this means drift, and this means friends. So it's the world drift friends. And these are the OGs. I've had these for a long time. There's cars in several countries with these on them. Definitely the US, Canada, Japan. I think there might be one in Greece. And we probably have one in Strya. Got that in like a chrome as well. And then silver, you know, all kinds of colors for those. And then the new 2019 design is here. So you see this on the channel a lot. It says World Drift Friends at the top, Kame trick, and then basically the logo. So that is a quick sample of some of the stickers that will be available. I'll ship them out now if people just PayPal me, but that's a pain in the ass both for them and for me. I'd much rather get like a proper storefront setup where you can see everything and it's got like a good spot to put in your address and all that mess. But for the moment, I've been doing stuff that way. And like I said earlier, in order to do online stuff, I have to actually sort out taxes properly because the government tracks it, man. So yeah, we'll be having those. I'm gonna get some shirts worked up as well. And if there's anything else that you guys want to see, maybe a banner like a garage banner or something like that, then we can do it. We can definitely do it. Nothing like outing to initial team music. Hey, yep. Bash every Friday at 9 p.m. Central Time. So look up where Central Time is and how it relates to yours. And every Friday we'll be shredding. Doshi says I have the most ghetto handbrake mount. My Fanatec is bolted onto my wheel stand with only one bolt and it moves. Yikes. Do I like any other motorsport? Absolutely. I'm into grip driving. I don't do any track stuff because honestly it's just super expensive. You gotta have like fire suit and Nomax. Usually you go through a lot more consumables on the brake pads and things like that. But I do autocross personally, and I enjoy rally. I enjoy watching road course stuff as well. Even up to F1, pretty much everything I'm a fan of. I might start doing some rally driving streams as well, or at least some edited content. We'll see. I haven't tried it yet, but I picked up Dirt Rally 2 for super cheap on a Steam sale recently, so that might be something I can try out. And yeah, we'll have to... Oh, it wasn't a sneak. I did a sticker exchange with... who have I got? Kevin Lawrence is running my sticker. Riley Sexsmith is running my sticker. Nate Hamilton has one. A couple people have one. So, you know, if they're down, I'm down. It would not be terrible to put it on your 10th Gen Civic. The whole point is the World Drift Friends. This is a crew, so if you're a drifting fan, you don't have to have it on your drift car. Like, it's rad to have it on your drift car, but if you just want to rep, by all means. Dirt Rally and VR and a motion sim would be insane. Yeah, real quick, if my cord will reach, I'll pull this up and I'll show you my e-brake setup. It is super classic, so here we go. It's all like reversed. We've got the shifter, and then whoop whoop, classic e-brake. I'm all about that street style. Even when, like, on the real car, I still use a cable e-brake, but when I get a hydro for it, 100%, I'm mounting it horizontal. It's just like, it feels good. That's how I like it to be. MLM Rally 2 is free for a moment on Humble Bundle. Really? Dang. Did not see that. Someone edited... Oh, some edited rally videos would be great. Okay, right on. Well, I'm going to give it a try either way, just for my personal enjoyment. So, if, like I said, it's kind of drifting. If you guys want to see it, and I'm going to do it anyway, there's no reason I couldn't edit some up. So that'll be something to look forward to for 2020. Alright guys, I'm going to call it a night. Thank you for checking it out and being a part of the drift crew that we have here at Kame Trick. If you haven't already, like, subscribe, all that good jazz. Have a good one. Peace.